question. Thank you for watching. I get a lot of questions about starting a business, so I thought I should put together the best tips that I know and share them with all of you watching. There are some things to do and definitely some things to know to get a business started the right way, and I'd like to put those things out there for you today. Please give this video a kind thumbs up as you hear something that's inspiring you. Leave me a comment below telling me what your dream career is or would be, and get ready to take a lot of notes. So that's it, let's get started. Thank you for watching. First thing, no matter how eager you may be to say you to your boss, don't quit your job yet. In my opinion, the best way to start a business with minimal financial risk or financial stress is by keeping your day job and working on the business during breaks, during off hours, during the weekends, until it starts making some money. I know how it sounds and I know it sounds overwhelming, but being a business owner means you are an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs put time in. Ask yourself, am I a morning person or a night person? If you have a 9-to-5 job, let's say, and you are a morning person, then wake up at 5 and do some work for the business till you have to leave home. Pencil in some time on Saturday as well. This can absolutely be done, and yes, one can argue that it will take a little bit longer if you do it this way versus quitting and working on the idea full-time, but especially if you have bills to pay, if you're married, or if you have children, patience and responsibility have to be considered, and with the right time management tools in place, you will totally be able to make this happen and in no time leave your job. Now, I just want to say that there are so many tips I will not be able to tackle in this one video. So everything I couldn't talk about here right now, I am including in a private blog that will be emailed later this week. Things like doing a self-inventory, how to develop a business idea, etc. There are more tips and ideas in addition to this, so make sure you're subscribed and keep an eye out for that email. In this video, we'll assume that you already have the business idea down and know what you want to do. So the next tip is to create a workspace. You need to have a dedicated private area to work from, and this space has to be free of clutter, free of noise, and free of distraction. Next thing is writing a business plan. Many studies have shown that one of the main reasons why new businesses fail is poor planning. A business plan will be the roadmap that you need to guide you. The plan should include the mission statement of why you're doing what you're doing. It should also include the products or services you're offering, a description of your target market, a competitive analysis, financial projections, and the cost of operating the business. Comment below if you'd like me to make a future video about how to create an effective business plan, and I will go into more specific details about this topic in a future video. Till then, there are some tools available on sba.gov to help you learn how to write a business plan if you need to. I will link the site in the description box below, and please remember this. Many of us think at first that we're supposed to do an elaborate plan and figure out every detail and dot every I, and so many times we're waiting to take action in favor of planning and pre-planning, but that will only end up stalling you. Don't fall into that trap. A one-page business plan should cover the initial basics. So do that. Keep it simple, get started, and elaborate as you go. Next tip is to determine the legal structure of your business. Will it be a sole proprietorship, a partnership, a limited liability company, a corporation, an S corporation, a nonprofit? I have included a link in the description that explains the different types of ownership so you can settle on the one that's best for you. Now, since the topic of finances was mentioned in passing, let's elaborate a little bit here. When you think of your expenses, make sure to include not only your current personal expenses, but the initial costs to get the business off the ground and monthly recurring costs like marketing, SEO, etc. Some expenses to also think about are licenses. Do you need to secure any licenses or permits for your business? Unless your company is a sole proprietorship or a limited liability company without any employees, you may need a federal employment identification number, and or you may need to apply for state licenses or local permits. Think ahead also of the tax obligations and budget money for getting accounting help, though that's in the form of a software or of an actual accountant. In the United States, your type of business will determine what taxes you must pay, and the following are the 5 general types of business taxes: income tax, estimated tax, self-employment tax, employment taxes, that's taxes for employees if you have any, and excise tax. You may need to also buy insurance. Why? Because while many small businesses are set up either as sole proprietorships or partnerships, because that's easy to form, that setup also exposes the owner or owners to liability for business debts and judgments. And in cases like that, the creditors can come after your personal assets and savings accounts. Now, I don't want this to sound overwhelming to you, so just write everything down today, write all these ideas, give everything a glance tomorrow, and then organize all the ideas in order by which ones you'll start thinking of and researching first. Deal with one thing at a time, and that is how you'll be able to conquer it all and really increase your chances of success. I found a calculator on entrepreneur.com that is free, and that will be a great way to estimate the startup costs for your business. And as you see things in black and white, you will be able to more clearly and accurately determine what you really need and what you don't need in order to get the business going. Now let's talk about your business name real quick. Here are some thoughts to consider as you're choosing the name. 1. Is it appealing? 2. Does it reflect your business philosophy? Is the name too corporate or maybe not corporate enough? How will the name look like on the website as part of a logo on your business cards and social media? And is the name available? A quick web search and domain name search will help you identify if your name is already in use or not. Also, make sure to check for trademarks. A trademark is a symbol, word, or words legally registered as representing a company or product. Here's an example. Let's say that your business is fairly simple, nothing complicated, but you do decide to use a tagline, underneath your logo. You should make sure that that tagline hasn't been trademarked by somebody else. Trademark infringement can be a nightmare to deal with. So, before you pick a name or a tagline for your business, use the US Patent and Trademark Office's search tool to see if a similar name or variations of it are trademarked. I will post a link for that as well. And if you plan to incorporate the business, you'll need to contact your state filing office and check if that intended business name is in use or has been claimed already. And in the event that you do find a business operating under your intended name, you may still be able to use it given that your business offers totally different services or products, or you're located in different regions of the country. The filing office will be able to help with this issue better. You should also check whether the domain name you want is available. You can use the Whois database of domain names for that. I linked it below. And if it is available, be sure to claim it right away, and also claim your social media profiles as well. It's good to do this now, since some social platforms don't let you change your username once you've reached either a certain amount of following, or some of them simply don't let you change it at all. There is a site I use that will check availability across many platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and many others, and that too will be in the description for you. Next tip, share your business ideas with your closest friends and family members, because they will be very likely to be most honest with you. Don't get discouraged by any negative feedback, just write things down, and next day, when you have a clear head, see if there are any legitimate thoughts in there that would actually be beneficial to your business. Thinking about feedback with a clear head and no emotional attachments will also allow you to see the difference between constructive criticism and a naysayer. Ignore the naysayers. Them all. They don't pay your bills, so do you. Make sure your website functions properly and it's responsive. I made an entire video on what I think you need in order for your website to be a success, and I will link that video in the description box below as well. So, lots of resources for you in there. Sales and marketing have to be top of mind from the get-go. You'll need to identify how to get leads, how to convert those leads into sales, and how to get repeat sales from your current customers. So many entrepreneurs focus on making sure their brand is in tip-top shape before thinking about how to generate business, and that is the wrong way to go about it. No matter how you may feel about it, sales are necessary when starting a business. You need to make sure the basics that we just talked about are covered, and then work on getting business. You will need to start thinking immediately about how to create a profitable marketing and sales funnel process that you can test and measure. Whether you have to sell to customers, businesses, investors, or your social media followers, factoring sales into your thought process will be crucial. Now, sales won't mean the same thing to everybody, but I did make a video about how to most effectively close sales. It's an old-ass video. I think it's the second video I ever filmed. The sound is whack, but if you can set that aside and just focus on the content, I believe that there might be some things in there that could really help you. On the topic of sales, remember this. Instead of giving discounts, think about how to add value. Many startups immediately think of offering sales and discounts in order to attract customers, but that is coming straight out of your own pocket. So rather than doing that, think of how you can add more value to your current products and services through low cost or no cost extras. Avoid perfectionism. That is the kiss of death for entrepreneurs. When you do something, just ask yourself if you feel like you've done your best, and if you feel like you did, move on. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in one place. Work on controlling the feelings of anger and discouragement. Rejection or setbacks are bound to happen. Hell, every week something happens to me that can easily bring my morale down, but you have to be prepared for it. You can't take things personally, and you have to control any anger and channel it in a productive direction. I will link some videos I did on these topics, and I think they should really help. You will also have to network. Look for industry relevant networking events, shows, whatever could put you in touch with your target audience, as well as help build alliances and connections. Network on social media. Make social media networking a central part of your business, and please stay healthy. I know I'm not your mother, but I can guarantee you that if you take good care of yourself, you will be more productive. Owning your own business isn't a job that ends at 5 o'clock. It's a lifestyle. For those reasons, working yourself to the bone and getting burned out can very easily happen. So practice a balanced lifestyle by eating right any chance you get, making room for exercise at least once or twice a week, and make room on the calendar for weekly activities that you enjoy, that relax you and help you unplug. Today's video shout out goes out to Denisa. Thank you for being part of the family, Denisa. I'm so thankful. Engage in my videos if you'd like to get a shout out. I love you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again in a future days in a new video. Bye!